What up, y'all? I am going for a morning walk here. I'm actually in Maryland, visiting some of my family. I'm doing a workshop later today here in DC area for public school teachers at a few certain campus in DC about classroom management and just general awareness and education about neurodiversity. When you have students, young elementary school students who are neurodivergent and who are Black, and what that looks like in the classroom and what that means and how to manage that based on research and anecdotal experience as well. So I'm just taking a walk here. I'm actually in Severna Park right now, and feels really good out here. There was a lot of really great conversations during this trip that I've had with family and friends about things. And one thing last night I was talking to my uncle. He's a great dude. I love him. He is very much not neurodivergent. He's very neurotypical from what I see. And it's interesting because I've always looked at him in terms of how to model myself, in terms of pacing myself, in terms of slowing down, being more stable, and just being in one place, getting some roots for a little while. That was something I picked up from him, and I fully believe in giving people their flowers while they are alive. Don't wait until someone you know, whether family, friends, colleague, whoever, until they die to say nice things about them at the funeral. Tell them while they are alive. Tell them while they're right here. Some of us neurodivergent folks, especially I would say neurodivergent and Black folks, we really, we can struggle a lot in terms of how do people see us and trying to understand where we really stand with them. And we don't always get a lot of clarity in direct communication. So often a lot of neurotypical folks don't. That's just not their preferred communication style. I don't want to make it sound like something negative, because it's not. It's just strengths and weaknesses, the same way we talk about strengths and weaknesses for neurodivergent folks. So anyway, one aspect that I was thinking about with him was this whole concept where we see a lot of neurodivergent folks. It's usually ADHD and dyslexic more often, but there are also some autistic ones who do a lot of entrepreneurial work. A lot of them don't work for these large companies, or a certain percentage. We have a higher likelihood of going into our own business. Now, there's some other things about that. Oh, this is beautiful, y'all. Check this is why I love Maryland, man. That's my home. It's always been my home. I love North Carolina. It is my current home, but man, I'm from Maryland, man, and this was just always life. We're gonna pause right here because this is just beautiful. So, these people with these neurodivergent folks, they're more likely to be entrepreneurs. This is what they do. It's a great strength that we have. It is, but what you tend to notice is that's a dimension of stigma, discrimination, and privilege. So what I mean is a lot of us get pushed out of our careers, of multiple careers. We get pushed out because we communicate differently, because we think in ways that can feel threatening to other folks who are neurotypical, because it's not the traditional safe feeling norm for them. And it can feel chaotic, and it can feel like too much change. Human nature tends to buck change a lot, right? And neurodivergent thinkers are coming in, destroying that change. But I think Dr. Temple Grandin has showed you that we need that, right? And that's just one example. I'm pretty sure people like Dewey, created Dewey Decimal System. That's even their name. I'm assuming it is. Probably neurodivergent. Other people who create these ways to organize things, a lot of times they're neurodivergent thinkers. They have neurodivergent characteristics and strengths. That's why they see solutions to these problems in that light. And that can be threatening for people. And we are very passionate. And so when we have things that we're very interested in, we can be very passionate when we discuss them. Being Black can add to that discrimination that people experience in those situations. So we can get pushed out, and we get forced to have to create our own things. But if we can't create our own things, then what do? We just get pushed out and we become unemployed. This is what I see anecdotally. This is what I see as a confounding variable in the literature. Confounding variable is just a variable that is influencing the dynamic that the study is investigating. But we don't really always know to what degree because the study is not looking at that. There is no such thing as a perfect study. There are always confounding variables. Some studies are better than others. Everything has strengths and weaknesses, including people. So you think about that, right? What does that really look like? What does entrepreneurship really look like when we look at it? Are these people who tend to have more privileges, more access to resources, more safety, and being able to be their full selves without the same level of judgment, right? I no disrespect to people who are hardworking, like Sir Richard Branson, who seems to be an amazing person. I've never met him, right? I don't know a lot about the dude, but I'm sure he's had his own hardships and struggles. I know he's created his own thing. What would that look like for someone who is not a tall white man, right? That doesn't mean he didn't work hard. It doesn't mean that he wasn't smart. It just means that society tends to skew our subconscious biases, our implicit biases, sometimes our overt and very explicit biases towards what they feel is normal, right? How about we challenge that today? How about we say no to normal? How about we embrace new normals? How about we embrace a diversity of strengths? This is what it's about, y'all. I'm gonna keep walking. Well, I'm gonna go look at this water.